Oh, great to hear from both pairs. So here is Krish Patel team with Tony Bezelsen to get us broken off in the ultimate pool mixed pairs. Prelim group number 2. That 8-ball was moving, wasn't it? That wasn't too far away from the golden break. It's the start proceeding. So, ultimate pool mixed pairs. We've got 4 partnerships here tonight. We'll meet the other 2 after this match. This match consisting of a race to 4 or a race to 0 on the clock, whichever one comes first. 20 minutes counting down on the match clock. You get 30 seconds a shot until the final 5 minutes, which is when we go down to a pretty brutal 15 seconds per shot. The first frame here will be Scotch doubles, which means alternate shots. Then we'll have 2 frames of singles, Scotch doubles frame 4, 2 more frames of singles, and a Scotch doubles frame 7 if required as a decider. It's a very simple game. You pick your colours, you pot your balls, you pot your 8-ball, and that shot there from Tony Bezelsen is about as good as it could get, really, in terms of run. That should set up the first frame for Krish and Tony here. Though, stuck a little bit in between. Could have been short, could have been long there, Krish Patel, but right in the middle of both is less than ideal. But Tony is on the one at the bottom, so a pretty simple reroute for them.
Just got to avoid the traffic here. And she has. She's okay.
Yeah, you'll take that all day, won't you?
Absolutely.
Landing absolutely plumb for Krish Patel. Tony will be able to knock in the first 8-ball of the night. We're expecting plenty more where these came from. And it's break and run to start the first match of the evening. Long may that continue. Will he get a shot though, as Tony breaks off? Oh, 8-ball.
Oh,
what a start to your first ultimate pool frame. Tony Bezelsen gets it done in 1. Incredible, it's 3-0.
Tornado by name, tornado by nature. That is unbelievable. I mean, all 3 breaks have been, really good, but wow. And a wry smile from John.
Well, John and Chloe almost don't really know what to make of it. John's still not touched the table yet, and he's found himself 3-0 down.
No dance. Oh, straighten off.
Wouldn't you know
Look
it?
at them Reds. Look at them. Wow. Even I'd fancy these. These are just perfect.
He knew straight away the cardinal sin for any pool player, scratching straight into the corner pockets off the break.
But I mean, even if you lose this first game, we've seen how many times we've seen it where a pair will lose the first match and go on to win the group. It means absolutely nothing. They're still very much in it. You've got to forget about what's gone on and just get on with it, because in this format, absolutely anything can happen.
By that same token, that's a nice shot to avoid that red. By that same token, though, what a start it is for Krish and Tony to get the win straight up. We'll put them into match 4 of the 6 tonight. That's the format. All 4 pairs will play each other in a round robin. Top of the group at the end of the night will go through.
We'll be home for jungle at this rate.
Is that short? Perfect.
Oh, I bet her heart was in her mouth there. That was a little bit close for comfort.
Perfectly weighted in the end.
Yeah, well, know your table. Absolutely right.
On to the middle first. That's pretty good advice. Anywhere in the gap, just don't overscrew it. How about that, Krish? Lovely net triangle hit. To work onto the 8-ball, and it's going to be a very, very quick first match here in the ultimate pool mixed pairs. Krish Patel and Tony Bezelsen not hanging about.
What a performance this is.
Well,
we haven't seen many better performances than this in any tournament.
You simply can't play better than that. A perfect game from Krish Patel and Tony Bezelsen, and they are off to a flyer in the mixed pairs. John Marr and Chloe Payne will be back in round 3. But before then, we meet our next 2 combatants in this group. But they're going to go some way to top that performance. Well, looking forward to this one. It's going to be Paul Lombard to break us off, partnering Fran Calvert.
Oh!
8-ball was close again. It's a cracking cut break from Paul. But an interesting layout to start us off here. There's certainly some problems to be solved. Get to that in a moment. Great break. He's probably actually been a little bit unlucky with how it's turned out. And this could be a more typical opening frame in a mixed pairs match, because this layout is very, very tough. We often see some really important opening frames in these tactical exchanges. Work from Paul there to call the extension. Great pot from Fran. So they're going to look at yellows, and my first question is those 2 yellows by the middle pocket, they surely don't go.
No, they absolutely don't. Could possibly just spin off the 2 cushions now and into them, but I don't quite think the angle is there. They've got to try and create something here.
Unless they're planning to just shave the yellow off this one. Yeah, it was a nice idea, but a very, very difficult bit of execution. What they have got, though, is, well, they've got a foothold in the frame.
Second prize, as they call it.
Yeah, because for Shay and Nikki, this is far from an easy finish on reds, and I would put it to you, I know you're an attacking player and all that, Jimmy. There's plenty of mileage in not necessarily going for these straight away. That's exactly what Shay is going to do. Like that.
I think unless the 8-ball doubles in the right-hand middle as we look at the table now, he's definitely played the right shot. It's nice to see a bit of tactical play, to be honest with you, because we've just been blown away by the last performance. So.
Well, there's a very good chance that this entire match, this entire frame, sorry, will last longer than the entire match of the first match. This is an awkward bit of cueing for Nikki.
I was actually watching Nikki practice earlier today, and she's a good potter. She doesn't miss a lot.
Yeah, good player is Nikki, Scotland international. She's the only one who's sort of got some Monday night experience, actually. She was part of the Scotland team that competed in the World Team Shootout in the World Championships in Blackpool earlier on this year, which was quite a chastening experience from what I can tell, but at the same time, you never forget your first and all that, and yeah, that was a tough experience for the Scottish ladies, I know, but they had a lot of fun doing it as well. I think that's sort of the key tonight. If you can find a way to enjoy it, take the pressure off a little bit. Now, they're going for these reds, and, you know, they're in great shape to get the reds, but what do you do about the 8-ball? You've got to hope it doubles.
Yeah, I mean...
It looks tight, though.
It does, unless he creates an angle here. So it just screws past the red and leaves an angle to go into it. Like that. Exactly. Oh, well, he's looking at the double, so... Yeah, options. I think the beauty about going for the double, of course, is that with the right kind of angle, you can leave the cue ball in the middle of the bulk rail and not really leave anything too easy if yellows were to come back to the table. So choices here. She's going to go into it. Ooh. So now I think just bring the 8-ball into the middle of the table and put the cue ball up onto the top rail.
He's looking at a hero shot here. He's looking at an absolute Superman shot. Cross treble? Is that what he's lining up?
Well, it looks like it, but I'd rather him than me. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gents.
I'll tell you what. Double kiss double would have been some fluke. But they sort of almost had a bit of a free go at that. because they've not left anything easy. That wasn't far away. Now then, how would you get the cue ball safe?
That's a lovely pot. What a pot that is.
How about that?
There you go. Safe? What do you mean safe? That's a great shot. I didn't see that myself.
No, we'll take another look at that in a moment. That was a very, very clever shot.
I thought it was a lot closer to the cushion than that. But now, what a chance to take this opening frame. What a shot that was.
Oh, not the greatest shot Paul's ever played, but they're okay. I think the one to the middle still goes. This was the just closely missed double sort of treble, which brought them to the table. Well then, this is all just on this pot.
Lovely. Nice.
Oh, what a brilliant first frame for Fran and Paul.
Especially when it's your first time out there. I mean, we're a bit more seasoned to it now, but still, you know, you 100% feel the pressure. And anyone who says that they don't feel pressure, I think it's a little bit nonsense, to be honest. I think they're just trying to make themselves feel better. I think it's, like I say, I think pressure's a good thing if you can master the art of, you know, handling it. It's a good. It's off. Wow. That's an example of how slippy the table is.
Yeah, dry break from Paul. Not a terrible dry break for him in the sense of, you know, if this frame becomes dragged out a little bit longer. 4 minutes and 20 left onto the 15-second shot clock now. Not the end of the world if this frame takes a little while, but Paul is going to opt to go. Cue ball in hand here. He's looking at yellows.
Yeah, just needs to utilise the shot clock here. Just run down the time a little
Easier said
bit.
than done, man.
It
It's your
is.
first singles frame in Ultimate Pool, and you are playing on a 15-second shot clock.
JMO, it's my millionth time I've played, and I still don't notice the clock sometimes. So, you know, it does funny things to you, that clock, sometimes. I have no doubt that you've pointed that out to all those watching around the world many a time when you're watching me play. What's he doing? Why is he rushing round? Slow down. Yeah, I got told off by Simon Webb.
Oh, it's a lovely shot.
It's a nice shot. He's got a perfect angle here just to bounce back rail into the red. The furthest most right red as we look at the table now, and he's on the yellow into the left middle. These are perfect.
Yeah, those beats
Hurry
come
up.
quick on 15 seconds, and that's forced the miss.
Yeah, it does do funny things, do you? It's a horrible thing to have to do in it. But he's smiling, and that's a good thing. He's smiling.
Paul is a great character. He's only been playing competitive pool for 3 years. You know, he was a pub player and stuff before that, but only ever played league, county, all the rest of it for 3 years. It's quite a leap to be all of a sudden live on the telly doing it. And Nicky, the one thing you can say for Paul is he left Nicky pretty short-handed there. Nicky's had a tough red down the rail and a tough plant down the rail as shots in this frame. Oh, perfect position on the one up the rail.
Yeah, I'm sure he left that one.
That's
as well,
what
so
he's got to be telling himself.
Yeah, that's the one he played for. Yeah, just take the odd ones out first. Yeah.
He absolutely, of course, wanted to be on the one left middle. Doesn't get the choice now, and that was.
Oh, look at this.
No way.
Look at this.
No way.
Oh, he's covered the pocket.
Maybe once upon a time.
And Nicky looks absolutely delighted where that's gone.
Yeah, Nicky's had some run in this frame, that's for sure.
And at 1 minute 48 left, there's just, you don't really see the time, do you? You know, she's got no real shot.
That's what I said when the frame first broke out, is if it ends up being a bit of a mixy frame, it really does favour Paul and Fran.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Fabulous double that from Nicky Cumry.
Right, Nicky, go. You need to go. No time to chalk your cue. You just got to go. What a shot that is. Shot of the night so far for me, that one.
This will be some finish if she gets it. And they do have the next break, so they could potentially get out here. Maybe give themselves a chance for a golden break to tie things up and secure a draw. The yellow going in helps, that's nice.
She just needs to hurry. She's taking too much time for me here. It's another nice shot. Perfect angle to come around the back of the yellows. Got to make sure she lands high. Lovely, lovely shot. Absolutely brilliant shot.
How good is this from Nicky Cumry? Under the gun, Nicky has produced an absolutely super finish here. And there will be time for a break.
Brilliant finish. What a fantastic finish that is.
That's a super finish from Nicky Cumry. Yeah, Paul and Fran, any vantage point they can get. 8-ball is going to stay pretty much where it is. Fair play to Shay, thinks he can get these.
To get these in 20 seconds, it's phenomenal.
It's not going to happen. They wouldn't have needed a huge amount.
Perfect as well, you know.
They wouldn't have needed a huge amount more time. Running closer to a minute, but it's not going to be for them. They're going to fall to defeat in their first match. And a brilliant victory for Paul Lombard and Fran Calvert. What a result for them. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Chloe Payne and John Marr, who sat in their chairs hoping they get a little bit more of a go in this game than they did in their first. Nicky Cumry and Shay Hardwick have shifted over to the other side of the arena. And they are going to get first poke at this one. This is a crucial, crucial match in the night.
He gets some screw on his brakes, doesn't he?
Potentially too much if you're being hypercritical, but
yeah.
That was a better break than his previous. A half decent opportunity here on Reds, not exactly simple. Some work to do for sure. And Shay's going to get the next shot here. And the reason why this match is so important is if there is a winner in it, the loser can no longer qualify. The only way that both teams can stay in this tournament is if they draw the match, and the next match is a draw as well. So for both teams here, as Jimmy rightly said earlier, you know, defeating the first match, not the end of the world. But you must win your second if that's going to be the case. And this is not going to be an easy frame to win.
They need to bump that out, really. They need to hit it with a bit of pace and get the yellow moving out of the way. Made it a little bit more awkward now. And I just, wow. Yeah, take something special here. Offset plant. Red can go absolutely anywhere. Yeah, it was a tough ask.
It's one of those, Jimmy, where I wonder again, there's no shame in not taking a finish on at the start of the frame, especially in the first rack of a match. Big game, obviously. It was a really, really tough finish. Was there some scope to maybe not go for it?
Yeah, I think, you know, and again, you know, we're probably all a little bit guilty of it when we see something. You know, we all see it different ways, and when you see something and you're confident, you know, you go and you know, I get it, I understand, only too well, but I think if you can, you know, you generally tend to find that when you're practicing more, when you're playing better, you know, when you're on a little bit of in a bit of a purple patch, you do tend to, you have a bit more clarity. And obviously, I think you've got to ask yourself, look, you know, if I went for these 10 times and I'd get them minimum 6 out of 10, then yeah, have a go. But if you're only getting 5 or less, percentage says you should 100% plan something else. You know, you've got to try and play the percentages. But as you say, it's easier said than done. Like I say, I think it's easy to forget that all these players are in this arena for the first time.
They won't be forgetting it.
No,
that much
absolutely
we
not.
can say. Again, that's what made that first match performance from Krish Patel and Tony Bezelsen so special. You know, that wasn't just one of the quickest matches we've seen all year. It wasn't just perfect pool. It was both of those things from two players who were playing out in that arena for the very first time. That does not happen very often at all.
We seldom see matches of that standard at any point during the year, pro event or we don't see it.
And that's because even for the very best players in the world, it is not easy conditions out there. Sometimes the balls dictate and all the rest of it, but everything was played beautifully.
Yeah. Some shot coming up here. Oh, okay.
Double.
Double?
I think it threads the needle with an 8-ball in yellow.
Well, it just
Unless they're back doubling, which would be very brave.
there's a huge angle on it. It's not an easy shot, this. It's more about where the cue ball's going, to be honest. Close.
He did back doubling. He'd have been perfect on the 8-ball. It was not far away from Shea Hardwick.
It's not the best shot in the world, that one, Chloe. It's a little bit straight. Should just be okay. Nice shot.
No, that's a good shot from John.
Ooh, Chloe.
Just got into that a touch.
Yeah.
And that might be understating it a little bit. You do get that every now and then, especially with Scotch doubles. It can look like friends and partners are playing killer with each other out there.
No. That cue ball stops though.
Well,
The only issue being now, of course, is they've got almost a little bit of a free hit at this. Can chop it up the rail as long as they come sort of back towards the middle of the table.
tell you what, from what we've seen already tonight, I don't want to put the curse on it, but I quite fancy Nicky for this.
Double or chopping up the rail? Double. Shot.
What a shot, Nicky Comrie. Looked really confident taking that one on, and, well, so she should be. And in flies the 8-ball from Shea Hardwick. Nicky Comrie again pulling out a big double. Seems like a really, really simple mistake to make, but we have seen it. We saw it recently in the pairs, of course, where it's, if you don't know your admin, you can easily get caught up in all the drama of what's happening on the table. It can be easier than you might think to make a mistake like that. Standard foul was called. John Maher eventually made the most of it. He also made a meal of it, but he got there in the end.
Well, at least we've got some social media highlights, that's for sure. Wow. I mean, when there's a shot of the championship at the end of the season,
He'll be in both.
them two.
Yeah.
All right. In
He
there.
may well be 1 and 2. That's how good they were.
Just had Chris Melling message in saying, how did you do that?
2 shots that he'd have been proud of. He'd have been first to point out the cue ball control and landing on it, though. Can Shea get this one done? To pull up,
Ooh,
he is
just slightly too far.
He is half a ball roll too long. really was almost perfect.
See, again here now, he can bring this into open play, put the cue ball behind the 8 ball, and he's more than likely going to come back to the table. You know, percentages says that that's what he should do. So, chance for Chloe Payne here.
Play that red and try and get the black out. Okay, alright.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to play that. There's enough space there to land on the 8 ball. She doesn't need to overcomplicate this.
Second shot clock on play. Extension call.
She needs to hurry up.
9 seconds.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Back cushion and hold the weight. Excellent.
Played it pretty well.
I think she's left it. I think she's left the long yellow.
Oh, he's cutting it, I think. No, it's goes straight in. I'm not sure. The way that Shea's played that, maybe he couldn't see the potting angle of it. But if you were doing that, you could cut it to the other corner and give yourself a chance of potentially making the plan. Either way, Chloe's back to the table. She'll be very, very pleased with that.
You just have to get the right ball on the left hand side of the table, right? If you drop this in, just get past the blue spot.
Talking there in snooker terms, which you will be familiar with, just get past the blue spot.
It's amazing how well the parlance sometimes transfers over. It all makes sense.
No. Chloe's made a few mistakes here. Uncharacteristic for her, really. Hasn't quite settled.
Oh,
Yeah.
Speaking of mistakes, that could be a massive one from Shea.
It could. I think the only saving grace is that she's got to play the more difficult red first, because it doesn't go to this bottom left-hand corner. I don't see where she's going to go.
What a massive frame this is.
Catch a
We are
chop.
now into the final 2 minutes and 35 seconds. It's 1-1. Whoever wins this frame may well stay in the tournament.
She must think it goes. I don't think it did. I don't think the pot was ever there.
Well, he's got to go.
It's a huge frame, this.
It's enormous.
Huge frame, this, because really it's probably going to be the last frame of this match. Just be careful you don't slide in off here. Mind your cue ball. Plant on. Slightly offset.
Oh, where is that yellow going?
Oh.
Well, we have 1 minute and 40 seconds left, and Shea Hardwick is in a right spot of bother.
If you can see this, it's an awful result because he can get the cue ball away. Yeah, that's about as good as he could have got.
Chloe gets basically a free go at this.
Yeah, the cue ball's definitely getting into the yellow, that's for sure.
She's a fabulous potter. Now is the time to make one.
Great shot. Oh, come on. She's on it. She is on it. Let's have a look at this snooker player queuing. She's got a Q1. Take your time.
70 seconds of the match to go. And the 8 ball stays up. More drama. Having done the hard work. Chloe Payne falls short. on the 8-ball,
It's a
and
little
I'll
bit
tell you
short
what,
as well.
you've seen easier 8-balls here.
The cue ball, I'm worried more about the cue ball and where that's going to go. He's going to have to play with a little bit of check side. Oh!
8-ball stays up, cue ball stays up. 30 seconds to go. This is the equivalent of both players being on double one. We are in the madhouse.
May as well let the clock run down here.
Chloe Payne does just that. She won't be missing this one. What a dramatic third frame. 18 seconds left. And John's got his cue out to potentially play here. I don't think you should be playing a shot here.
Oh.
Well, the cue ball goes in, and that will just about ice the game because there is just 12 seconds left.
Yeah, there's just no time.
Montgomery plays a shot and the game is over. John Muir and Chloe Payne have survived a nervy one. Our fourth match of the evening. Paul Lombard back in situ. He breaks off in this a crucial game. If the last one was massive because it eliminated a team, well, this one is even bigger because it takes the winner of it on the precipice of qualification into the main draw. Remember, both of these teams winning their opening match. For Tony Bezelsen and Krish Patel, we have yet to see anything but flawless pool. They put on one of the performances of the year, really, considering we've been here every single Monday since the beginning of January.
Of any year, really, to be honest.
I can't think of any better performance than what they put on in the first match. Just absolutely perfect. And that's not a miss. That is completely as played. And already, Fran and Paul are put bang under it in this frame.
Yeah, you could be forgiven for thinking he's just missed that. Wildly missed it. He absolutely didn't. He played that with a little bit of running side and intended to put the cue ball exactly where it is. Good shot. Yep, no mistakes so far from Krish and Tony. Absolutely none. It's unfortunate. That was a foul.
Yeah, it was a pretty brutal snooker to try and get out of.
For those of you that may not be all that familiar with the rules, just to clarify there, yes, they did get out of the snooker, but you have to hit a contact, after it's a cushion with any ball after contact, unless you're potting. And that's why it was a foul. It's a good shot as well. It's opened up that red. I think that red will go to the right middle. That's what Krish is looking at now, and if it does, this could be first blood. It definitely goes to the left middle, that's for sure. Yeah, it must go to the right middle.
Yeah, a lovely angle here just to track up the table, get their work done.
Oh, they've missed one. Well, didn't expect that. I did not expect that.
No, and it was played with a little bit of pace, this plan, which was offset. It wasn't simple.
The only saving grace here is they blocked both pockets in the bulk end here for the 8 ball, so not particularly easy. I think I'd definitely be bringing the balls into play here and just laying a couple of snookers maybe.
Yeah, there's definitely an argument for not going here, and that's exactly what Fran is going to do. Although, I think she might have left this. This one snick back to the top left.
It might do.
Very, very thin.
If not, like Krish is just looking there where to leave the cue ball.
I love that, to be honest.
Nice shot. That's a lovely shot. That's a great shot, in fact, because they've opened up the pocket for the 8 balls. If they left a yellow on, they were there, but she hasn't. She's actually snookered Paul here.
It's been an exhibition, really. We mentioned it in the last couple of matches that. Oh, Paul was close to that. It's going to be another foul, unfortunately. For
no,
him.
I don't think it was. I think
Oh, did he catch the rail after the
yeah,
yellow? That's
I think
okay,
he hit
then.
the cushion, hit the yellow, and he's hit the cushion again.
I got you.
Unfortunately, he's left.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be frame over either way, you'd expect, yeah. But it's been an exhibition, really, and we talked about it in the last couple of matches. You don't have to go for everything. Just because you're in the main arena on a Monday night and you're used to watching everybody breaking clear from everywhere, doesn't mean it's always the right shot. You have to play the table, you've got to play your level. And, oh my goodness, Tony.
Wow.
Well, that was a mistake you just couldn't see coming. Tony's actually played flawless until that point. Not done a single thing even remotely wrong. That's a crazy mistake. She's been so good tonight, and I think she's just had, oh, a bit of brain fog. Now Paul and Fran can get themselves in the mix here.
Shot. Lovely cueing from Paul there.
Middle, give it an angle back half. Yeah.
Lovely. Just to swing round the two cushions here. A little bit of right hand side. Just to swing it round. Perfect.
Lovely. It's able for a 1-0 lead. In it falls. Lovely. You only get a frame.
Yeah.
So you've got to be at it straight away. You don't get any chance to settle in.
Eight ball's moving.
Flying from Paul here. He's not going to find a home in a pocket, but a very good break from Paul Lombard. That's the best one he's hit tonight.
It's not very often you see the 8 ball hit 3 rails from the break, I know that.
Extension goal.
Alright, whack there. I think every red has a pocket.
Yeah, it's far from a simple finish though.
Yeah,
I think the red to the top left, just close to that yellow by the baulk line, is tricky.
yeah, it's tight. He wants to be somewhere close to it for sure. Doesn't want to be playing it at any sort of distance really. But it definitely goes. Well, I think it goes. Oh, it doesn't go now.
No, definitely not now.
Oh.
Now it's time to row back, Paul. Reverse.
Yeah, reverse, yeah. Anchor down. Anchor down, definitely. I think he obviously intended to go into that and just knock it towards the middle, not realising how reactive this cloth is and this table is. Oh! I'll tell you what though.
It's not a bad result, is it?
No, he's alright there.
He will take that all day. Hold your hand up, move on. That is a lovely little bit of run if you can get it.
Try and play this yellow off the face of the red here. To clear that pocket, maybe play the pot. That's a nice shot. Played it well. Played it very well.
That's a lovely shot. I will say, other than the complete aberration in the first frame of this match, Tony's been so impressive tonight. Been really, really impressed. That's another hell of a pot. And the issue is, of course, is what on earth do you do about that yellow by the baulk line? It's all well and good potting, but you've got to have a plan.
Oh, not this time.
She played one perfectly in match one, didn't she? And that
Yeah.
one is a fraction short. And a cue ball in hand for Paul could well be key, because he can now open this entire cluster up.
This can go wrong still, though.
Oh yeah, trusting a lot to luck here. So many balls on the move, you just can't.
Oh.
Well, don't miss. Got away with that bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he just completely took his eye off what he was doing there.
Tony's still in a world of trouble. Don't think it'll actually harm her chances of winning this frame. The fact that she did run aground. Hasn't achieved what she wanted it to. Oh, this is another important frame. Echoes of the end of the last match that we saw at 1-1. 5 minutes and ticking. We're about to go to the 15-second shot clock. And this is right in the balance.
Doesn't want that to go in.
Oh, he did not. He'd have loved that to stay up.
Yeah. The only saving grace is that the yellow stayed kind of tied up.
Yeah, but how tied up is it? Because I think he's going to have to play the red. Just gives it a bit of a whack in the end. And I don't blame him for that. Sometimes with the shot clock so sharp, sometimes that is all you're reduced to, is to have a bit of a hit and hope. Just unlucky that that other red fell in, because if that hangs over the centre pocket, he's still got to root out. Oh, it stays up. See a puff of the cheeks there from Tony. I'll be delicate with this one. It's going to be too far away from her work.
Nice shot. Lovely shot. I could hear you building up to that ooh then. I could just hear it.
Nothing for short here.
Shot.
Oh, played that well. Killed that off the cuff beautifully. Did well to hold that. So this to go 2-1 in front with 3 minutes remaining. Tony Bezelson gets the job done. Cue ball is safe.
Nestle it in, and they haven't. Yeah, they've covered the one on the back rail. Clever shot, but now they've got an opportunity to play it off the red here.
Yeah.
And open up that pocket again. They need to hurry up.
Yeah, they've got to move.
They haven't got the luxury of hanging about.
1 minute and 15.
Not sure I'd play this shot now. Oh, they could have done with potting that, really.
Well, they are maybe
Running out of time.
probably even one pot away here, Tony and Krish. Use all of the clock, make a ball, and it should just about win you the match.
Got to play it now. Got to play it off the red now and go. And be quick.
45 seconds. Tough shot that.
Very tough.
And they may well run out of time. Just 5 yellows in the 8 ball remaining.
They haven't got the time to be talking. They've got to go. Not sure what the shot is here. Middle.
Yeah, big pocket. Doesn't quite get it to go. And Reds will see it out. And Tony Bezelson and Krish Patel will survive one here. They've showed us all facets of their game tonight. Absolutely perfect in the first match. Simply could not have played better. This one has been a bit tougher. They've had to play the table. They've had to earn their stripes. It's been attritional, but they've got the job done. 2 wins from 2, and Tony and Krish are very, very close to securing passage through to the next round. Do stay with us. 2 more matches to come tonight. Who will qualify? Welcome back, everybody. Ultimate Pool mixed pairs action. We are close to finding out who is going to be qualifying through from this week's group. It may yet still be these two, Chloe Payne and John Mart. Well, they'll have to do it by handing the table over, at least at first, to Paul Lambard and Fran Calvert. These two are in the unenviable position of needing to win and hoping for a favour. Krish Patel and Tony Bezelson are almost there. They just need a draw from their final match of this group. They take on Shay Hardwick and Nikki Comrie in our final match of the night. They just need a point from that, and they are guaranteed to qualify no matter what happens in this match. But if they were to lose that game, well, whoever wins this match here on the table right now would be in a 6-red shootout with them, as they would be tied for points at the top of the group. And with the miss on the yellow, it was tight. Has now brought Chloe and John to the table.
No, because I could slide through the gap and I don't really want to. I've got like the double and just
Well, that makes it messy.
Yes, it does. We might be about to see one of those very, very important opening frames. Seen a few of them.
It's like a time warp back to like the old EPA rules many, many years ago. You obviously weren't about in those days,
Not sure
Jamo.
if I was even alive for those
Yeah,
ones.
no,
Jimmy.
you might not have been, no. Although you look much older than me, I don't think you are. I think I'm the senior one in this in the comms box tonight. It's because you've got the ability to grow a beard and a moustache, and I just don't have that ability.
You tell yourself what you need to tell yourself.
But yeah, I can assure you that there was some, well, some very interesting long frames. I mean, no more so than our gaffer Lee Kendall. He was a master at the old EPA rules and the world rules for short. I'm sure he probably is listening in, and I'm sure he won't mind me saying that.
Well,
He was
one of the greats.
He was an absolute genius at them. Yeah, tactically very astute. I think his old slogan used to be "Can't outfox the fox," and it's very true. He certainly loved to get stuck into a frame.
Well, it was one of those occasions where you could essentially manipulate the older rule sets to essentially just make it so you physically can't lose the frame. Whereas one of the things I quite like about international rules is you need to go and win it. You always need to go and win it. Previous rule sets would sort of, you'd put yourself in a position so you couldn't lose it, and you know,
Yeah.
you can't fail. Whereas this one, you still, even if you play all the right tactical shots, you've still got to play some good stuff on the offensive as well. It always requires you to be moving forward. Even if it's just an inch, you still got to be moving the progress forward.
Yeah, no, I absolutely couldn't agree more. I remember
Flying from Frank Calvert here.
reffing a very old World Rules League game many years ago, and it took an hour and 20 minutes for one frame. That was a late night. That was much later than these nights that we have, that's for sure. It was a very late night. I think we finished up about 12 and we started at 8 o'clock.
Well, it's to the point, isn't it? You know, back in the days of yore, that it was very difficult to, you know, get live pool on the telly because you couldn't promise
didn't wanna
anyone
watch
when it finished, and also it was a bit of a tough watch at times.
Yeah, you absolutely didn't really want to sit there and watch it, and that's the beauty of the international rules. They have brought the game into the limelight. Oh, that's unlucky. He got a lovely double off the yellow, went straight and off. Unfortunate. Yeah, it's they brought the game into the limelight, made them much more watchable. You know, and it's getting to the stage now. I mean, I know obviously, you know, with the rule change, it does take a few years to kind of get into that. But even like practicing in the club today, you know, there was a group of young lads in who, you know, I've never really seen them before in the club, and they were like, we're playing international rules. You know, it's such a big thing now. It's just an everyday thing. And it's great to see that you know, more and more people are taking an interest in English 8-ball, simply due to the introduction of Ultimate Pool and the rule set.
That's what we like to hear. this frame is going to prove.
What a shot this is.
Oh, Chloe Payne, that is an absolute screamer.
What a shot that is.
So there's part one of winning the frame done. That's an absolute rocket from Chloe Payne, but there's still plenty of work to do. This bottom left corner needs some figuring out, and I would put it to you that actually Fran Calvert and Paul Lombard are probably sat in those chairs thinking, yeah, go on, you have a pop at these.
Yeah, have a go at them, yeah.
Rather you than me. And that's not come out ideally. I wonder if you can actually make the yellow. Can you squeeze a cue ball in that gap?
No. There's your one-word answer for the evening.
I'll
no.
ask the questions, you do the answers. That's all
Yeah,
good with
let's
me.
do a Q&A. Can you do this? Absolutely not. No, I don't think the gap is there. Oh, what a shot from Fran. Oh,
There's been some very, very good shots played this week.
it's not even like she's just dropped it in just thinking, well, I'll get the pocket if I don't pot it. She's absolutely rocketed it in. What a shot that is. Not really sure what's going to come next because these are not
sort of
easy.
a similar situation to the shot that Chloe played. Amazing shot to get yourself in at the table, but you've, without sounding trite, you then got to do the job on the other side of it, and that's really difficult here.
Well, I absolutely love the spirits that they're in. Been constantly smiling all night, and it's great to see. It makes for easy viewing. It makes our job a lot easier that we know that the players are enjoying themselves, and it is good to see. Hello, hello. Oh, what's going on?
Well, it was
ambitious.
It was hell in a handcart, wasn't it, from Fran Calvert, as they potentially go down swinging.
Well, that's not the best shot. Left Chloe against the cushion and dead straight.
Try and force too much, just get them right on the rail. Give me a touch around.
There's a tiny bit here to work with. Not much. Not much.
Yeah. You know, I think I'd be half tempted here to roll the red over the pocket and leave the cue ball underneath that top rail, because he can't do nothing here with the cue ball. And even if he does pot it, how do they get back on the 8? It's just such a tough shot. Well, how's your cueing?
Tester.
Oh, what a shot that is.
How is your cueing, Chloe Payne? What a belter.
That's a screamer. Wow. No, John, don't let her down.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm sure he is. And
Yes.
he doesn't. Good 8-ball. That's an absolute belter, and you can see how pleased the two of them are. But took her a long time out of the game. After son Tristan came along, and she only came back 2 years ago.
Oh, what a break.
Whoa, might be break of the night, that.
Oh.
You just can't hit him much better. And John Marr, who started tonight going straight in off the break, has found it. That is completely flushed. Ball's going in everywhere, and he's going straight after these reds. And you can understand why.
Yeah, rightfully so, yeah, absolutely.
Only sort of difficult ball on the table really is the 8-ball. And I think it does go to bottom right, but it is tight.
Extension called.
Wants to hit a gap. And he's okay. Just, you can see there the 8 ball goes in. Not a whole pocket to aim at, but enough. And this wasn't plan A.
He's off angle. He's got to hit this. Well, he's got to hit this really well. He's got to cue it really well. Chloe Payne-esque, this one. Oh. Well, he snookered himself anyway, but that gives you an idea of how much tighter the pockets actually are. You catch that jaw at a little bit of pace, they will bounce out.
He had to absolutely power that into the pocket, and it just wouldn't take it. Needed to be millimetre perfect. Even then, wouldn't have had the shot on the 8. So Paul Lombard, what an opportunity.
No. Got snooker though.
Oh, just. Goodness me. Good call.
Second prize.
I think you just kick this, don't you? Just take it for a ride.
Yeah, I mean, he's in trouble. Yeah, it wasn't easy.
It wasn't. And with 1 minute and 55 seconds on the clock, Paul Lombard should here take his time. Every shot, hear the beeps, and it will go a very long way to winning this match. This should be, for Paul, an absolutely unmissable finish now. Apart from maybe the 8 ball. Oh, he's a bit straight on this.
Yeah, I think he just used a little bit of side just to swing out. He's absolutely fine. A little bit of left-hand side on the cue ball. Watch the spin on the cue ball. There you go.
There it is. He's actually come up nicely. That's a lovely shot. Can get right behind the 8 ball here.
Yeah, just utilise all the pocket. Put it a little bit thinner than you normally would and bring the cue ball down towards the middle of the table. Just like that.
These still need making though.
Extension.
Yep, they can be missed.
Great to have your extension on this shot. Takes a bit more time out of the clock, but also allows himself to steady this one and just make sure. Revs up, does Paul Lombard. He is killing clock all right. Puts himself bang under it for this shot.
Yeah, he does. Lovely. Nice
In
shot.
it goes, absolutely perfectly executed. Puts his hand up like a good sport for killing all the time. 29 seconds. And they aren't going to play another shot, I'm afraid. Paul Lombard has absolutely crunched that break. And well, Paul and Fran are going to win 2 matches here, and they are going to ask the question of Krish and Tony. They're going to keep them honest.
Don't even need to play a shot.
Yep. Shot clock is over, match clock. This game is over. What a win for Fran and Paul, who roll in the double just for good measure. They are still in the night. They look absolutely delighted with that, as well they should be. And now they just need a little help from their friends in the final match, and they can force themselves into a 6-thread shootout. Last match of the night is coming up. Can Tony Bezelson and Krish Patel get the job done? We'll find out next. Going back to the Ultimate Pool Mix Pairs, the table is set for our final match of the evening in this prelim Group 2. Winner of this night will go through into the main draw. And for Fran Calvert and Paul Lombard, they have done all they can. They've asked the question of Tony Bezelson and Krish Patel. For Tony and Krish, they just have to focus on themselves. A draw or a win here, and they are through. But If Shay Hardwick right there and Nikki Comrie, his partner, can secure a victory themselves, they will have done a massive favour to Ball and Fran, and they'll help them into a 6-red shootout to decide who qualifies through tonight's group. All on this match. Tony and Krish simply need avoid defeat, but it is always a very, very difficult match to play. It's a lovely shot from Shay. It's always a difficult match to play when you've got something to lose. I don't really know why, I don't quite understand the psychology of it, but we hear week after week the players, the pairs in this position who win 2 matches, always they tell us how difficult this 3rd match is, even if, in theory, it's the simplest task.
Yeah, it's sort of a fear of losing, I guess, isn't it? You know, it's on the hill. They always say on the hill is very, very difficult. That's good cueing. That's really good cueing.
That's
nice.
a lovely shot, yeah. Perfect shot from Shay Hardwick. Very nice.
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I think they wanted to, in an ideal world, just maybe pop the cue ball back a couple of inches there, just have the one to the middle. But as you say, I'm with you. It's okay. There's enough angle here to put the cue ball really sort of wherever you want.
Yeah, you can go up or down. You can go around the angles, whatever you want. Oh, no.
Not there, though. Not there.
Oh, that is just unforgivable.
The only place on the table you wouldn't have had a shot at that yellow.
What an opportunity to win the first frame as well and put the pressure back on.
Oh, that would have put Krish and Tony right under it as well. Nikki's got to come up with a shot here. She has pulled out a couple of brilliant doubles tonight, and she's going to need to find another cracker of a shot.
I love how Shay comes around and says, I'm sorry for putting you there, but I'd do this. I'd be like Shay with the greatest respect. Please don't. No, unlucky.
Just wasn't really on. I don't think she loaded that up with right side. It wasn't available.
Time running.
Yeah, and the inquest will begin. Cue ball in hand for Krish and Tony, and if...
Yeah, just going to bring balls out into the open and just lay another snooker here. That's the right shot for me. That is the right shot for me, 100%.
In an absolutely ideal world, you'd have wanted to potentially cover the right centre pocket here, because they can have a decent go, I think, at kicking this yellow. See what I mean? With nudging that red at the table, if they just block the line to the middle pocket, this shot now isn't on. Splitting hairs, but it could be crucial. In the end, the red does get in the way. And the yellow is very, very safe.
Again now, the one that's on the cushion, just drop it off. Leave the cue ball where the red is. We're in another snooker.
Yeah, I must say, I've been really, really impressed with Krish and Tony tonight, but really impressed particularly with Krish in the way that he seems to have taken the lead a little bit in the duo, been the captain, and been impressed with his shot selection. It's not always been aggressive, but whenever they have played a defensive shot, it's always had a very, very good reason for doing so. And by and large, have generally won those frames. They're going to get cue ball in hand here.
Time running.
Oh, can he bump the 8-ball out here, I wonder?
I don't think he needs to. Plenty of space to land on it. The thing I would say here is he's going to leave a shot up the rail. It's strange, really. They've played the shots that they have, and then they've decided to go now, where the 8 balls in a worse position, and she's missed it. Wow. You know, it just a bit of a strange. I think there. You know, if you just lay another snooker there, And then, there's half a chance then that you kind of free up the only awkward one that was behind the yellow, the first shot that they played, and then they're easy. But yeah, bit of a strange choice of.
Yeah, I agree. And all of a sudden, things can change. They get away with it.
They do get away with it, but now there's a little bit more pressure on. They're asking the question now because the yellow's over the pocket, so they've got to finish.
Lay that down there. So can you play this in the middle and just start it back? But you've got these ideas. If not, you can play it on top. I just wanted to start it back so I couldn't play back.
Yeah, completely agree with you, Jimmy. You know, for exactly what I was saying a moment ago, for a pairing that's done everything in their power to play the right shot all the time tonight, this frame, not convinced they always have done.
Stanchion called.
Oh, that's a shot.
To start it back, don't decel, but you can make you throw it on it back.
Now then, get on the 8 ball from there.
Yeah, this is all of a sudden a very tough shot. How's he queuing?
Well, he's tried to play it with check side to bring the white ball down, the cue ball down this side of the table, which he had to do, but the check side has killed the cue ball. Well, this is a tough shot. This is a tough shot.
Is there? Well, here she goes. This is very, very missable. Yeah, just like that. And what an opportunity for Nikki Connery and for Shea Hardwick to win the first frame and put Tony and Krish absolutely bang under it.
Oh no. Oh. Oh.
I'd like you to put your house on Nikki making that. I can't believe it.
I think she was a little bit scared of where the cue ball was going because it was a thin little chop. But you've got to remember the table here does all the work for you. You haven't really got to do anything.
Will we see a 6-red shootout? Is she going to get a ball? No.
She has. She has.
Oh, she's got one.
Yeah, she's got red. It's ball.
In which case, it's a great break. Got plenty through that cut break. Yeah, just falls in bottom right. It's one of the things that you really notice with this new Rasen Apollo, Jimmy. When you're watching the break, there's so much happening, obviously. Big thing for me is listening out for the sound cues on the old tables. You don't really get that much more. They're very muffled.
Yeah.
It's lovely,
Yeah, it's
but
nice.
it does make that particular job a little bit more difficult. Oh,
She's all right, you know. I think
yeah,
if
she's on the middle of the 3.
if that drops in the middle, she gets it. She is as well, you know.
Stanchion called.
Yeah, she'll take this. Wasn't exactly what she played, but she will take it.
Big shot.
Oh, it was tight.
If she gets that finish, what pressure does that put under?
Krish Patel is still right under it. Needs to get out here because the yellows are waiting if he doesn't.
Yeah, obviously them two reds do plant, and I think they glance off the face of the yellow, so that will clear that pocket as well.
Cue ball.
No, he's okay. Just. It's all happening.
Lucky boy.
It's all happening.
3 minutes to go. 15-second shot clock now, very much in play too. This is pressure.
Great shot.
Oh, he's played that beautifully.
Fantastic shot.
Yeah, couldn't have played that any better. Absolutely perfect. Although, say that, doesn't look like the man who's just played it perfect. Or maybe he's just in the zone.
Just gone slightly too far with the cue ball. That's why he's got to now screw through this gap here. Get on this one on the rail. Ooh, it's a big bounce. And he's hampered.
Oh, this is missable.
Yeah, it's not only missable, but he's going straight into the yellow. So
2 minutes as well left.
If he
There's loads of time for a potential.
if he hits the yellow and the cue ball dies, it's not easy. There you go, see.
Oh, Nicky Comrie, you've got the chance to do something very special now. Clear these up in 2 minutes and we're going to a 6-red shootout.
You need to hurry up. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, how calm are you?
Wow.
How calm is Nicky Comrie?
Wow. It was like, yeah, I've got loads of time with this. Just play your shot.
Not a care in the world. I'll tell you what, I'd love the live camera on Paul and Fran's faces as they were watching him play that shot. Now they'll be in the back somewhere watching this one. 4 balls away. Taking her time is not the worst idea here.
She looks like she's coming across this slightly. She's not, though. This is perfect.
Oh, wowee.
Oh, wow.
One good shot away, really. This is cash ball in the frame for Nicky Comrie and Shay Hardwick.
No. Oh.
Would you believe it?
I don't believe it. Oh.
1 minute to go. And Krish Patel can stumble over the line here. Or can he?
Oh, what is going on?
It couldn't have gone much worse. The good news is he's made the red and the cue ball stayed up.
Yeah, I mean, they only need a draw, don't they? So there's still enough time here, you know.
He's got to make this ball. Has to make this ball. And he hasn't. 29 seconds left. Nicky Comrie could still force a 6-red shootout. This is ironically quite a 6-red shootout sort of style for Nicky here. Needs to get these 3 balls very quickly. She's not going to be able to. And that will get things done by hook or by crook. Krish Patel, shot clock is over, match clock. This game is over. He's done the working out. He knows it now. And they are through. Wowie, that was drama. They started out so incredibly well tonight, and yet they have come through by the hairs on their chins. Couldn't have been closer. Lovely to see Fran and Paul out there offering their congratulations as well. What a night they've had.